I saw a post in one of the Facebook groups. It's the Parks on the Air CW for New Ops group. There was a link to a site called morsewalker.com. It was supposed to be a way to train you to virtually activate pota on CW. And I finally went over and took a look at it. Um, it's in beta right now, but it works pretty good. What you have to do is you go under your station settings here, you put in your call sign, your name, the maximum speed that you can send in, the side tone in hertz, and you can leave the side tone volume at the default. You go over here and you click on the one that says pota activator, and you hit the responding station settings. And the maximum stations, it will allow you to have basically X number of stations sending you code just like you were in a pilot. So if you're afraid to go out and do some POTA, this is an easy way to do it. I'll set this to 4 maximum stations. The minimum speed I want to hear is 10 words a minute. The max I want to hear is 20 words a minute. A lot of this other stuff here, I don't know what it means, so I left it at default. There's an option for the type of call signs you want to use. It sends a bunch of 4-character call signs by default, but if you click some of these off, you'll get the longer 5 and 6-character call signs. I didn't do the cut numbers because I don't usually hear that many cut numbers. And there's an option here for effect settings. If you leave this on normal, it puts like a little background noise, like some static in there, just like you would have at a park. But since I'm doing this just a demo, I'm going to set it to off. And this is mostly for decoding. It's not for you practicing your sending. It's for you to practice your receive. And I think I need another cable. Okay, I found the cable that I needed, but it was not the right cable. So I'm just going to turn the audio up so it can be heard. Plus, I found some other stuff I needed to do. So it's actually a couple hours later. But here we go. So you remember we set it to POTA activator. We set the settings here. And this is what it's like. You're going to send a CQ. You're going to get a response from 1 to 4 stations. Did I do 4 or did I do 3? You're going to get a response from 1 to 4 stations. And you have to pick out the call sign. And you have to listen for the state once you've got the call sign correct. So we're going to send a CQ. This is active station 1. And I think I heard AL8BFT. So I'm going to, you can either click send here or you can just hit enter on your keyboard. And that's not right since it didn't change. It may have been AL9BFT. Okay, it moved to state, so that was the right one. And this is me sending a signal report and they'll come back with a signal report and their state. Duh, duh, that's an M and then an S. And then you press enter again. Then down here at the bottom, you see you got 2 attempts at it, 16 words a minute. Okay, I think I heard K6COJ. It moved to the state field, so that's correct. And you have to remember, you have to listen for the state. It sounded like Illinois. Hit enter, and you see I got a check mark for Illinois, so it was okay. And when it goes to active station zeros, that means it's through sending. So what you can do is you can just send another CQ. But you want to try to keep your attempts down to at least 2 to 1. And you can see the one that was 13 words a minute I got very easily because it was slower. 16 took a little bit longer. So I'm going to hit the CQ button again, and it's going to send another CQ. And this is my call sign. Pota, it said. Then my call, Kilo India 5, Whiskey Whiskey Tango. And I heard W0TFQ, but apparently that's not right. Oh, that might be the C instead of an F. All right, it was. Remember, you have to listen for the state. Vermont was the VT for Vermont. Hit enter. You can see it's correct. They were at 11 words a minute. All right. I got 0 active stations. That means I need to hit CQ again. It might have been JJ at the end. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was. K8YJJ. Signal report. Oregon. It was an O and an R. That one was at 17 words a minute, but I got it on the first try. Now, I'm not hearing my pileup, so let me check this. I had 4 maximum stations. My station settings. Responding. It says maximum of 4. Well, maybe it just hasn't decided not to give me a pileup yet. So I'll send another CQ. I'm trying to get the pileup so you can see how it sounds. KN7AJ. Kansas, KS. You can see Kansas there. One attempt, 12 words a minute. I'm only getting one active station. Let's see. It says up to your max. All right, it says if you want more stations, just call CQ again. So that's what I'll keep doing. Still max 1. It's a setup. It's the same way pota works. You go out and you get 1, 1, 1, and then they all hit you. WT2NL. Vermont, VT. I heard K8M. Let's see, it still says active station 1, so I didn't have to call CQ again. K8AMC. Hawaii. Now there's your pile up there with 3 stations, but I heard KB, so I'll send KB. KB 0NJ. I'm getting a lot of J's today. And you have to keep listening. Mississippi, MS. Well, you still got 2 active stations, so you got to listen. KN4GST. NY from New York. And you still have 2 active stations there. So you got to keep listening. I heard NC1 something. NC1WI. Now, don't get excited. You still have to listen for the state. Now, I wasn't paying attention there, so I missed the state. So I'm gonna have to send the call sign again. Texas Tango X-ray. All right, I got 4 stations now. The pileup's getting bigger. I think I heard KB2KE. Close. Are they saying that's a T at the end? Nope. I heard KB2K, so I'm going to send that. Okay, that's a 3 instead of a 2. KB3KE. Listen for the state. South Dakota. I still got 3 stations, so there's still a pileup. Now, I heard the first N. I didn't hear anything else. So I'm just going to send an N. NM0GRB. When you're doing pota, you can send just an N and wait, or you can send an N question mark. AK, Alaska. Still got 3 stations, so the pileup is there. I think I heard N3AQC, and I did. They always come back 5-9. Another Hawaii station. All right, I got 4 active stations, so the pileup is continuing. I think I heard KK5KG in that mess, and I did. Continue to listen for the state. Georgia. I will stop there just to give you an example. So you can practice your pota activations by having various lengths of the call signs coming in, also various speeds. You want to try to keep your attempts down to a minimum of 2 at least. When you get into pileups, it's going to be more than 2, but you don't have to worry about it. You see that the one that I had the 4 attempts on was at 18 words a minute, so it's a little faster. I'm assuming if someone comes in at 20, 21 words a minute, I would probably do 3 or 4, but it doesn't matter. You just keep doing it because over time it gets easier. And you can just practice this as much as you want. It's morsewalker.com. He's got a link here that for email. You can let him know if you like it. Let him know if you want some other features. Again, this is not for training you to send. This is more for the receiving. It has the pota activator. It has the basic contest where you'll have to listen for some type of exchange. It has just a single caller. So if you just wanted to practice call signs, you could hit single caller. Reset it here. Send out your CQ. This time it's just listening for a call sign. It is not sending a state. So it went right away and says W4JJF. They're sending a signal report and a thank you. W7LFY, I believe. Yep. 16 words a minute. And it keeps track of your attempts and your words per minute. It also has an option here for the slow speed test. That one sends a name in the exchange, I believe. So if I reset here, I'm on K1 slow speed test. Yeah, it wants a name and a state. KY3ZF. You can see that it moved to the next field, which means I got that right. It's sending my name and my state. I missed that whole thing. I didn't get the name or the state, so I'll send it again. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. And it sounded like Laura in Florida. And that was correct. So it shows it here as being correct. So if you want to practice for the slow speed test, you can do that as well. They send at slower speed, so it should be easier. Again, that's just a quick walkthrough of morsewalker.com. That'll help you practice to get ready to activate pota. Just keep doing it over and over again. Changing your minimum and maximum speeds will also help you. Let me know what you think. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango 73.